Alright, so with this problem we are going to solve by completing the square. And we've got ourselves a trinomial here. And you're going to look at the constant. And we have -2, which isn't a perfect square. So we're going to have to tweak this equation a little bit in order to make it so that our constant is a perfect square. So we're going to start and we're going to add 2 to both sides. So we'll have 16 equals x squared plus 8x. And then from here, we still don't have a perfect square. We need something here in our c value, in our constant. So we're going to take, and we're going to bring this 8 down, and we're going to multiply it by a half. And half of 8 is 4. It's important to make sure that you look at this sign. Make sure you keep your signs. Sign errors will destroy you. So we've gotten this 4. And in order to make it a perfect square, we're going to square it. So now we will have 16 equals 8, equals x squared plus 8x plus 16. But we can't just add 16 to one side. We have to add 16 to both sides. You can't fabricate a number out of nowhere. It has to be a balanced equation. So we're going to add 16 to both sides, leaving us with 32 equals x squared plus 8x plus 16. And from here, we look at this and we're going to factor it so that we can get one factor, for lack of a better word. So let's do that. First, a and c are 16. Write your parentheses, put an x in each. We need numbers that add to be 16, or multiply to be 16, and combine to be 8. Well, that's going to be a positive 4 and a positive 4. And we know that whenever we have something multiplied by itself, we can write it as x plus 4 squared. Because that's what squaring something is saying multiply it by itself. So now we've got 32 equals x plus 4 squared. We'll come up over here. 32 equals x plus 4 squared. And now to combat that square, that exponent, we're going to take the square root of each. So we take square root, and we're left with x plus 4 here on the right. And here you're like, hey, I remember Unit 1, and we spent all this time doing this stuff where we could simplify that. So you're going to do that. You're going to take and you're going to make your tree, and you're going to be like, 32, how could I split that up? Well, I know that 16 times 2 is equal to 32. So I'm going to write a 16 and a 2. And I know that you chose 16 and 2 and not 8 and 4 or anything like that because you knew that 16 was a perfect square. So you're going to have 4 root 2 is equal to x plus 4. And now we subtract the 4 from both sides. And I just caught something. You can't forget it's the positive and the negative square root. So we have positive and negative 4 root 2. We're subtracting 4 from both sides. So we'll have positive and negative 4 root 2 minus 4 equals x. We're not quite done yet. We got to write our terms appropriately so that we have 2. So we'll have the positive 4 root 2 minus 4, and we'll have the negative 4 root 2 minus 4. So these will be each of your x values, your zeros, your solutions, and solving by completing the square.